Tito's Bunker. They hide some of the entrances and exits to the top secret Yugoslavian nuclear bunker. Ah, positively spring-like. Open my mouth.
Well, the day off exploring around Sarajevo. Yeah, that's not really gone as planned. We had a few beers last night, quite a few beers last night. And I don't know if it's the beers or I had a pizza last night from a restaurant. But today, let's just say I can't venture too far from my room. We'll leave it at that. But it's peeing down with rain outside anyway, so yeah. It's a shame though, I'd like to see some of Sarajevo. But anyway, life on tour.
Okay, sync 'em up, helmet cam, cockpit cam, sync 'em up, 1, 2, 3. Right, morning folks, this is day 13. Penultimate day. And we're in Sarajevo. I'm leaving early with Jose, because we need to go and get tickets, because we're going to Tito's Bunker today, nuclear bunker I think it is. We're going there this morning, but the tickets are waiting for us somewhere apparently. So Joy Martin asked if I'd accompany Jose a little bit earlier this morning to go and get them, so yeah, of course. Bit overcast, a lot cooler, 19 degrees this morning. God, after the last temperatures of the last sort of 10 days or so, where it's been in the mid to high 30s, oh, this actually feels quite nippy. I'm going to freeze when I get back to Blighty on, well, tomorrow night. But anyway, plenty of rain forecast this afternoon, but looking at them there clouds, it could be a little bit earlier than that. Right, let's see what the day brings.
There was nothing left to say. How to get up, walk away. Know when to hold them, know when to fold. Know when to hold them, know when to fold.
Helmet cam, cockpit cam, sync 'em up, 1, 2, 3. Alright, so we're here at Istanbul, codename Istanbul. Tito's Bunker. This is still restricted area because it's ammunitions complex down there. But these here, these villas, they hide some of the entrances and exits to the top secret Yugoslavian nuclear bunker. Tito's Bunker, which is built way into these hills all around here. Really quite interesting. Weren't allowed to take any video, but I've taken plenty of pictures. But it was interesting talking with the guide. She was passionate about Tito. You could see that, you know, she almost revered him, and she's like my age, 47, 48, and she remembers life under Tito and life before the war and all the independence before Yugoslavia broke up, and she remembered it fondly, very fondly. You could tell that certain things, you know, quality of life maybe to an extent, as in like she said it felt much more equal back then, you know, like everything was just you were taxed by the government, but they looked after you. And everything was free, everything was provided for you. Whereas now you can have, she says, you know, many families have 3, 4 jobs and they still struggle to survive. But it was interesting, yeah. It's almost like a time capsule in there. There's maps from the time, you know. Looking at the map of the world, wow, a lot's changed. A lot has changed. I'm talking to the lady as well that, you know, she was just like, you know, this can happen again. This can happen very quickly. She said we were living life like we are living life now, and everything was fine, and there was nothing wrong, and then bang, the war happened. And she said it was 4 years of hell. I just didn't comprehend that. I've let this whole conflict over here just sort of drift me by, to be honest. Like I knew it happened, but didn't think about the realities of that. It's interesting. It's well worth coming to stuff like this, folks. That girl there, she's been on the road for 2 years, just sort of backpacking and hitchhiking her way around the world, and she reckons she's probably going to do another 2 or 3 years yet. She's been all over the place so far. I think she said she's Polish. So, plan now, back on the road. We're going to do a splosh stop somewhere, and then crack on. We're still in Bosnia Hertzegovina tonight. We're right up in the sort of northwestish area near the border with Croatia. Tomorrow, it's up, make our way home. I have to sort of push on to the hotel for tomorrow because my flight is tomorrow evening. I need to be at the airport for sort of 5, half 5 in Ljubljana. Yeah, very interesting couple of hours. Right, let's get on the road.
Cold sweat, blood in my eyes, thunder rolling through the skies. I can feel it in the air tonight. Say I won't, but you know I might.
Look at this road, folks. It's newly surfaced. Beautiful. The second I put cameras on. Oh, the new tarmac finishes. Oh no, it starts again. There we go. It's a beautiful road. Just twisting along the edge of the valley here. The canyon. Lovely. I love these kind of roads. If you've ever done the Picos before and you've been to Potes, I'm pretty sure you will have done the canyon road that leads you sort of from the coast in the north down into Potes. You know, like Oviedo, where Ojedo, where Hotel Infantado is, and then further down the road you got Potes, and then Fuente del Fe, the road that takes you to the cable car up into the Picos. That's a smashing road as well. Or you've got the N621 that takes you up by the sort of deer statue, the viewpoint. That's cracking all the way to Riano. Beautiful, such good roads. Well, anyway, this is a lot of fun as well. God, I waffle, don't I? I'm either not talking enough or I just waffle. I'm sorry. Could be worse. You could be married to me and have to deal with this all the time. Mind you, my wife doesn't deal with it all the time because I'm always away on the bike, apparently. Anyway.
Ain't no storm and ain't no thief. Ain't got time and ain't got sleep. But I feel fine and I feel free. 'Cause I'm the last man.
We're just putting the waterproof. Well, they're just putting waterproofs on. Look what's coming our way. We can hear the thunder in the background.
Yeah, you can actually see the rain, you know, those lines.
It's going to get moist. Yeah. It's just changed, doesn't it, over the last 5-10 minutes. Ah well, here we go. Oh yeah, that looks moody. Look at it up there. This could get a little bit biblical. Even the houses feel like they've changed, you know, they're just, I don't know, slightly more European. Just slightly more European now. I love that about travelling through countries, you know, via the road networks, overland travel. You really notice how the people change, cultures change, houses change. A lot of the time the roads change, how people drive, that's all can become different. And you know, you live it, you experience it, you see it, you smell it, you feel it. You can even taste it sometimes. Whereas when you know, if you get the plane in, you just land at the airport and bosh, you're off to your hotel or wherever it is. So you miss out on all that. But horses for courses, I suppose. This isn't everyone's cup of tea, appreciate that. Oh, the wind's picking up. Oh, that looks foreboding. Hang on, I've got the old tinted visor on, let me flip it off. Yeah, no, yeah, that is dark. Oh, look at that. Jeez. maybe not. The road goes back this way. I'm not going to say it. You know what happens when I open my mouth. Oh yeah, it's a much better view this way, isn't it? Ah, positively spring-like. Open my mouth. What a godsend. Just found this place, Cod Hamdy. I didn't record it when I was in there, I should have. But they do these like phyllo pastry pies with either meat, vegetable or chicken fillings. So we just stopped there, had that and a coffee. Beautiful. They spoke English. It's just cash though. Seems Bosnia in particular seems to be quite a cash rich environment. They don't always take card outside of the cities. Thank you. Sync up 1, 2, 3. Yeah, even in the cities, things like the tram network, they didn't take card for that, or euro. It had to be cash, local currency. There's plenty of cash machines and stuff if you want to get cash out. Right, back on the road. Oh, it's going to be slow progress. I think we've still got a good 100 odd miles to cover. 80 to 100. Beautiful surroundings alongside this great big river here. I think it's a river unless it's a lake. Set in this gorgeous valley. Hills either side you. Lovely. It's really got a sort of alpine feel to it almost. You know, like the Swiss Alps. With Slovenia is the same. Slovenia has that feel, but you can see the whole countryside is changing. You know, it's not that aridy hot sort of terrain, although most places were quite lush, to be honest. Macedonia in particular, North Macedonia, that was still quite lush, but it was still arid underneath it. You know, like it had a different feel to it, and this part of Bosnia definitely feels more European, definitely. But they do say places like Sarajevo, it's the gateway to the east as far as well, the old Yugoslavia, as far as that was concerned. It was sort of the gateway from the west to the east, and it does certainly feel, since we left Sarajevo this morning, it's just becoming increasingly more European. I think I'm back to waffling again, sorry. I need to get back in the practice of talking by myself, don't I? Just used to rabbit on before, no problem at all. I've got lazy, I've got used to people doing it on the comms. Still saying that. Every now and then you come through somewhere and there's just the ruins of a home in amongst all these lovely other homes. I'm assuming that's from the conflict. Oh, there's the fuzz. H the filth. Well, this will hopefully check and save the waterproofing adjustments I made with this silicone putty. Is that going to work? Is the audio still working or not? I got no idea how close we are to the hotel. Not close enough. Prigidor, that's where we're staying tonight. Well, just outside it. Prigidor. Nice roads though, I tell you. And if you could see the scenery, it's pretty bonny as well. Bingo! Ah, this is a hotel. In here. Beautiful. Here we go. Bosh. Hotel Le Pont. Boom. Home sweet home. Oh, that's a cold one, that. Need a shower. And a beer. Beer, you say? Beer? Well, morning folks. Last day. There's no footage from last night. It just doesn't feel right to get that video camera out when everyone's just sat at the table having a laugh, having a giggle. When I don't know folk, it just, you know, they're not like my close friends who are used to me doing this type of stuff. because some people on this tour didn't, you know, don't know who I am, didn't know I was coming. So it just never feels right for me to get that video camera out and like ask them to perform, you know what I mean, or be involved in it. So most of the time in the evenings, unless there's been a lot of beer consumed, I tend to keep the cameras away and we just enjoy the evenings. But yeah, we had a good night last night. We found an Irish bar directly underneath the hotel, so we kept them up last night. So it was a good giggle, good night. I'm on my lonesome now, folks. Today, obviously we head back through Croatia and then into Slovenia, but the troops are all heading to the secret airbase in Croatia, which I've been to before with Canary Moto. If I was to have gone today, it would have been very tight for me to get back to the hotel, changed, then to the airport in time for my flight tonight. So Martin suggested I just make my own way to the hotel. Joy and Debbie will be there fairly soon after me, if not before me, in the van, so I could get myself sorted out, and then they'll take me to the airport for the flight tonight. God, that was lengthy, wasn't it? Sheesh, talk about verbal diarrhea. So yeah, this is just me. I am literally just, I've got Kalimoto set on the fast option, and I'm just following that direct straight to the hotel. So there's not going to be too much to say there, other than long old queue. It's probably, best part 45 minutes, and while I was there the queue has just got so much bigger. So I hope the group aren't using that junction. Oof. So that's us back in Croatia. Sync them up, 1, 2, 3. I love travelling with groups. I love experiencing the travel with people, especially people that have never done it before. But I really love just travelling by myself. Nothing beats it. Sat under the bridge with a speed gun. No car, nothing. Saucy bugger.
One step walking round, tell me why you're out of town. Everything you feel for, tell me what's your open door. Walking past the road, try, said I'm gonna freak you.
So there we go. There's the old border. Obviously Croatia is now part of the EU, so there is no actual border anymore like there used to be. You used to have to stop here, get your passport excuse me, all stamped. None of that anymore. So that's it, we are in Slovenia. Next stop, hotel. Okay, cheers. Okay then, we're here, we're at the hotel. This is the 4 Points by Sheraton in Ljubljana. So if you come with Canary Moto tours over to Slovenia, then this is the hotel that you're going to be based in. Have a little look. I'm glad you don't have smelly vision, because that rucker kit absolutely hums now after 2 weeks, up to 39 degrees. It stinks. This room has been upgraded actually, but I was in a standard room before and it's really nice, really nice. There you go, bathroom. Hiya! Right, okay. Right then, so Canary Moto Tours Balkan Bonanza Tour. What do I think about it? Well, it's 2 weeks, it's 2,250 odd miles, 8 countries. Wow, I've experienced parts of Europe that I've never been to before. There's definitely some I'll go back to. North Macedonia I absolutely loved. Montenegro in places is absolutely stunning. Even Albania had its parts there that I would like to go back and have a little look, to be honest. Some mental driving all over the place. Albania was right up there. The Greek are fairly exciting with their driving, as is North Macedonia. Serbia. The driving is, yeah, roads fantastic, a load of fun. Routes themselves absolutely had their moments where there were some fantastic riding roads. A few people weren't
that impressed with the one-way mountain road that we did in, I think that was North Macedonia, because there was quite a bit of gravel and debris in the road as we were going along. I like the mountain scratchers, so that was right up my Straza. I enjoy that sort of stuff. If this is something that you fancy doing, there'll be links down below. Make sure you give Joy or Martin a little shout, tell them that TeapotOne sent you, and they'll look after you. Right, I need a shower, then I've got to go to the airport, fly back to Blighty, and hopefully, the tractor's still at Heathrow Airport. Massive shout out to Joy and Martin. Thank you very much for inviting me and having me along here. Cheers to Jose, Debbie and Keith, the support team. Thanks for looking after us. And to all the guys and gals on the tour itself. It's been an absolute pleasure meeting you all and sharing this experience with you. I hope you've enjoyed it too. All right, folks, keep doing your thing. Look after those that you love. Get on out there whenever you can, but most importantly, live your life. Woo-ha!